My name's Glenn Degree, and I build furniture, musical instruments, do woodworking, built this barn. I like to build stuff, so been doing it for most of my life, just about all my life. This is pretty much a family business. My wife works with me. She has for 30 years. I've been doing it for about 40. Once the kids were grown, my son worked with me for years. Yeah, we've had the whole family working here. They've helped me build the shop and house. I fell in love with wood because it's just such a beautiful material. It feels good to work on it. Of course, you get splinters. It can be like a rose of thorns, but it's a beautiful material finished. It's, to me, one of the most beautiful materials. Since I'm getting on up there in years, I like building musical instruments and smaller stuff. I've been building musical instruments for a while because I do like doing it, and I'm a musician, I play, so now I've been able to use RapidFuse for several of the projects that I've been using previously, different types of glue, and it's worked real well for them. I use it for put a drop on a fret, which is the wire that you put inside the ebony slot on a fingerboard, or sometimes it's rosewood or different materials. And for putting pearl in, I'll use RapidFuse. I saved all the wood from big projects that I really loved and had good acoustic properties. So now I really am concentrating on that. Tedious work, finer work, musical instruments, that sort of thing. Still love turning on the lathe, always have. Glue's real important to us. Sometimes we use a mechanical fastener, which I would call a nail or a screw. We use that, they're functional and all, but glue's real important to us because we have to be able to trust it. This is a hard enough way to make a living. When I glue something up, I need to be able to machine it as soon as possible. And that's the process so we can keep it going, really. Production, even though this isn't a production outfit, it's a custom outfit, you still nobody wants to sit around and watch paint dry or glue dry or whatever. So you have to, if you're making a living, you need to keep it going, keep it rolling. For instance, this RapidFuse is a real good way to do a fast glue joint and then be able to machine it without waiting too long. I've never liked the phrase time is money, but I have to admit it's true. Sometimes I might wait till the bed's in the finishing room and say, oh, I've got to get finials, I'm delivering this Friday. So I'll go back and have to glue up and turn those finials the same day. So that, or running through the planer, you want it to be cured and set up, but you don't want it to break apart on you in the planer or on the lathe especially. Something spinning on the lathe, you can get hurt if it flies apart, So I have to trust what the product I'm using. RapidFuse is a real good answer to those type of problems. Another problem with woods is glue doesn't hold on end grain very well, and RapidFuse holds up well on end grain. I have not found anything that doesn't glue well yet. RapidFuse does work well on every material I've used it on, it works well on. We're going to glue up a headboard, we're going to glue up bedposts. The headboard is about 80 inches long and it's going to be about 24 inches wide, so it's a big chunk of wood. And we're going to glue up some bedposts. That takes a lot of strain, and I trust RapidFuse to do that. We guarantee our beds for 200 years, so the strength of it's very important. And when we glue it up, we're going to actually run it through the planer within about 30 minutes. On the planer, if it's not dry, it'll just come apart, no damage done. However, on the lathe, it'll flip apart and it could be dangerous. So you have to have a glue that you can depend on, and we're going to see that RapidFuse will hold, you can depend on it. I don't want pieces of wood spinning out at high speed coming at my face, so when we're gluing up a blank for a banjo, we have maybe 40 or 50 pieces of wood that we're stacking together and turning. So it's important it not fly apart. And I've tested RapidFuse enough to where I trust it. And it could be dangerous turning on the lathe to not trust it, so I believe in it. RapidFuse, not needing the activator, makes a stronger glue joint. If you spritz a regular super glue with an activator, that glue joint's really brittle. It doesn't hold up like gluing with RapidFuse where you're not using an accelerator. It holds up a lot better. The glue joint is there. I was pretty much a kid when I started, 17, 18 years old when I started working with wood. I've had my own business for about 40 years now. I still enjoy doing what I do. A lot of us woodworkers are set in our ways, but the people that I work with, we share. We don't have many secrets. If somebody comes to me and has a problem, I like to help them figure it out. That's the way I learned. And we try new products a lot, but we're really set in our ways. We'll use the old materials because we know they work too, but I love it when a new material comes along. And again, glues are really, they're doing a lot with chemicals now, finishes and glues, and I think there's a good future for this RapidFuse. I'm inspired with it. I like working with it.